Hello everyone. So today is a good day because today we're finally going home after being in the hospital for a week. My mom's surgery went well and we are expecting to be discharged today. But before I pack up and before we go home, I want to show you what my workstation looks like there. So this has been my workstation for a week, right? Obviously not your ideal workstation, but it has been the place where I did my Zoom calls, my meetings, planned a lot of stuff, created my syllabus for my classes, and did many things. So it's a disruption from my usual work scenario. But how do you really deal with disruptions, right? And disruptions happen. There's always something that would interrupt what you have nicely planned. So how do you deal with that? Well, I've learned 3 things over the past few days. The first thing that we could do to respond to disruptions and interruptions in life is, number 1, give thanks in all circumstances. We have to give thanks in everything, give thanks in any situation. The first thing that I noticed, the first thing that I noticed when I entered this room was this table. So I was so thankful that there's this corner and this corner table, no matter how small it is, because I could make it my own, could make it as my own corner, and I know I could be productive even while I am in the hospital and whenever my mom is asleep or taking a nap, and those 3 hours that she was in surgery, I was able to really work here in this corner. So it's good to cultivate an attitude of gratitude, because an attitude of gratitude determines our altitude. In fact, maintaining an attitude of gratitude leads to a life that has a higher altitude. So the second thing that I learned is to rejoice always. To rejoice in the Lord always. It's usually the case that when you're thankful, you become joyful. All right? So thanksgiving and joyful living always come together. So when you find something to be thankful about, you become joyful as well. And so you rejoice always, you rejoice in the Lord always, then you learn to see the disruptions and the changes in your plans to be a welcome thing. Becomes something that you can be thankful for. And then it also gives you something to smile about when you are thankful and when you're rejoicing. And the third thing that I am learning is to be gracious. To be gracious to myself. Because plans don't always materialize the way you had intended it to happen. Delays may happen. Interruptions come and you don't get to do what you had planned for the day. Did I accomplish everything that I have lined up to do this week? Not really. But I had to be gracious to myself. I had to really have realistic expectations about myself and to not beat myself up for not having accomplished all that I had planned to do in the 24 hours that I was given for each day. So whatever the day has brought and whatever transpired during the day, I'm just thankful about it. I rejoice over it, and then I'm gracious to myself for not being able to do what I've set out to do. At least not everything. Okay? So, we have only 24 hours in a day, and for many of us, maybe only 12 waking hours in the day. And we just have to be grateful for the fact that we are alive, rejoice in the fact that we can accomplish certain things, and just be gracious to ourselves when we cannot do everything, because we won't really be able to do everything all the time. So with that, I hope that you enjoy your day today, because this is Grace Days.